From a Spurs point of view, Harry's here with us as well. I want to try and speak to everyone before we go. You must be chuffed with life under Big Ange so far, 2 games in, mate.
I love him. He's going to sink a pint tonight for sure, I'm guessing. But I'm absolutely buzzing. I mean, what a performance. First of all, I want to just say to the Man United fans, hello, everyone. But honestly, you lot remind me of Arsenal, just keep going on and on and on and on. But we can focus on Tottenham right now. Richarlison, I'll be real, is a bit dead. We all know that. Obviously, he was crying when he got took off, but he was dead. I don't want to focus on him. Kulu, again, was all right. But Maddison, what a player. Again, Basuma. And you've got to look at Vicario as well. He made quite a few crucial saves in the game that I was thinking, yes, hopefully he's not going to drink drive as much as Lloris does and he can actually stay with us. But I'm gassed about it, to be honest, yeah.
I bet. And Jacob, do you echo that sentiment?
Absolutely. I think a lot of Spurs fans, when we brought in Vicario, we were all a little bit like, I don't know. We didn't watch Empoli, but plenty of Italians highly rated this guy. I mean, I believe even Buffon only had good things to say about the kid. So he's over time been putting a lot of those worries to rest for me personally. In the preseason, he showed that, he can get down in a hurry. Jared Bowen had a really good shot. He can get down. As we saw today, he can get up. So now the next thing we need to worry about is our distribution out of the back. I thought we looked very shaky. I gave props to Man United in that first half. I thought you were all over us and didn't really give us much room to operate. That's why I think it was just a stalemate. But really, I don't understand this whole Spurs got lucky thing. Someone tell me, is it luck that the opponent made a mistake, or is that the opponent making a mistake and we just happen to benefit from it? I don't think that that's luck. I think that's putting things into place that then play out in your favor. So I don't believe this luck. The first goal definitely wasn't luck.
Who said you got lucky?
You said you said that we got lucky, that we should have been 3-0 down. That's literally the definition of you got lucky.
No. I said we didn't do our job in the first half and we didn't finish our chances. So when I'm explaining, listen, I give you guys so many props. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm wondering if you guys are listening to me or my twin brother or something.
I wasn't speaking to you personally, Staffy.
Dan just said it was me. I didn't think you guys got lucky. I think we were shit when we came to finish it. No, I didn't say in a way. If I wanted to say Spurs got lucky, I would have said it. I think you guys deserve to win. I already said that. You guys played better than us. I'm saying because Alan was kind of over analyzing my prediction. I explained that if the first half we finish our chances, the prediction is still valid. I don't care about the prediction. I'm just explaining the first half to that.
I think, Jacob, to respond to you, I said in my monologue at the beginning that some people may say both your goals were lucky because there was deflections, and the second one, I don't really know what happened. But like I said, you make your own luck. You put the balls into those danger areas. And one of the things I said about Man United, one, we're not clinical. And another thing we just don't do enough of is, again, I know some people don't like old-fashioned phrases. They like, we need to find a new tactical. What's the tactico? Staffy will know this. What is the tactico expression for get the ball in the mixer or get the ball in the box? What's the expression?
I don't even know what get the ball in the mixer means.
Well, get the ball in the mixer. Get the ball in the mixer. I'll give you an example of what it means. Get the ball in the mixer would mean this. Anthony drops his shoulder, gets half a yard, can cross it, but then fucking doesn't, and then does it 3 more times and then passes it backwards. When what he should do, because by the way, when Man United towards the end, Mount put a cross in, a few others did. It was dangerous. They cleared it, but you could see him scrambling. So getting it in the mixer essentially means cross the ball into the damn box. And that's what Spurs did. And the 2 times they did that, well, they scored because you can get a deflection, you can get an own goal. Anything can happen. If you're piss farting, parts of our game today reminded me of, you remember old school Arsenal? But they just passed it around a lot and no one tried the final ball and no one tried to shoot. Weird. We didn't obviously control the middle as well as they used to, but there we go.
I think we have fell into that a little bit, Terry, that you're speaking of, where when we're playing around in the opponent's half, we're just passing it back and forth, looking left and right where the hole was. I thought there would be more gaps in between than we saw with Brentford because they were comfortable sitting 5 in the box. But United, I mean, you were sitting back before and we were still unable to really crack that egg. So honestly, we weren't perfect, but we were just better on the day. And sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles, in my opinion.
No, I agree. So go on, Al, go on, bro.
With Man United, look, I put that Mason Mount signing on the same level as do Havertz. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I was doing a watch on. I forgot he was on the pitch for 70 minutes. The reason why he came off, I thought somebody announced over the tunnel that they found his parents, and then he walked off to find them. That's how anonymous he was. Literally, I think he had 7 or 8 pass complete.
He had the least touches on the pitch. He had 26 touches.
Staffy told me was gonna do our midfield over. And I'm just like, please.
I'm telling you, bro, that's my twin brother. I don't know what you're listening to.
And it's not twin brother. It was you. I've got the receipt, so I'm going to play it back and you come on tomorrow. But yeah,
your hearing makes no sense.
Race amount for me doesn't make sense. You got another, like for me, a striker's got to come in. I think you need more depth in the defense as well, and obviously that midfielder as well. Casemiro can't do it all by himself. This is what I don't understand. I think Man United fans are throwing Casemiro under the bus from what I've seen.
Yep.
Like what? But last year he was one of the best DMs or central defense midfielders.
Better than Rodri. Better than Rodri. So now all of a sudden, now it suits you guys. It's now he's bad, he's awful and all that. I think you're just throwing him under the bus.
If I can be honest though, yeah. If I can be honest with the Casemiro. Oh, sorry, go on.
Box to box, who can actually control a game.
Bro, you're not listening, bro. This is the issue, Alan, and I'm actually getting annoyed because you're refusing to listen. You're refusing to listen. When we talked about Casemiro, I swear you're not listening to anything I'm saying. I came out on the first game and I explained the difference between us last season and this season is that we don't sit back like last season. We're actually more advanced up the pitch. We took Eriksen out from next to Casemiro and we put him out and we put him about 30 yards higher. So even though Eriksen is not a good defender, he was still a second body next to Casemiro. Right now, he's left on his own completely. No one drops and does the job that Eriksen did. So for me to criticize him this year and not last year is because last year he was given a different role that fit him perfectly and he did very well. This season he's given a role that doesn't fit him. He's being left a lot more alone and he's being exposed. So my criticism of him is not him personally.
I really agree.
All right, go on.
No, it's incorrect, man. Like you're trying to say that Casemiro wasn't playing the same roles yesterday. I could find you 15 games, 20 games at minimum, right, where he was still higher up the pitch when we were going forward. Because the system hasn't changed. What you're missing out,
you think the system hasn't changed?
Let me land.
Then what are we doing here? Go ahead.
I'm landing. That's what I'm doing. I'm landing because you're chatting crap and it's pissing me off. I can't lie.
You think I am. It doesn't mean that.
Bro, you are. I'm going to show you right now. You're chatting shit.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You've just made a statement to say Casemiro had a certain role. Now he's got a different role this season. That's Macca. Absolute wash. It's not. He's playing.
Now give me the why. I don't care what you think. I need the why. Explain it.
You don't need. I'm telling you what's happening, and I'm going to.
So you can just debug my statement without explaining, and you're just saying
you're just over talking because you don't want to listen because you don't.
But you don't want to explain. I want you to explain.
He's going to get to the point, Staffy. Let him explain it.
I'll put myself on mute.
So what I'm trying to say to you is, yeah, Casemiro last season played in the same positions. Check his heat map, exactly the same. Especially when moving forward, he was a lot higher up in the 8 situation. And then the centre-back draws it out. He's been in that position for the longest. What you don't understand is the way in which we're playing out the back is now different based on what? A new goalkeeper. So now the way that we play, yes, it's fact.
We had 2 6s last year.
Let me land, bro. We're now at a situation, bro, yeah, where we no longer have to then play those passes in and around our back area as much. The goalkeeper is clearing out the 6 and 8 positions most of the time with his passing. And it's going to our fullbacks, which we said at this one, not we, which I said, and many others that I spoke to said will probably happen this season, that the fullbacks will be a lot higher up the pitch. So we're missing that midfield part out. And when you take out when you put a Mason Mount into that midfield, who's a pure engine, he's much better further up the pitch. We've seen the late runs that he makes into the box. He's a nuisance in that area. But then what happens as a bypass is that Casemiro is then left on his own when we lose the ball. So it's not on a Casemiro situation. And I will land with this. Who was the priority signing when Ten Hag first came in? Anyone know? Priority.
Sancho.
Say again?
It was Sancho. It was not Casemiro.
No. When he first came in, who did we get that we didn't get? That everyone was crying about. Barcelona. Frankie de Jong.
Yeah.
And what type of player is Frankie de Jong? A ball carrier. He's the most prime in that area. So Casemiro was not that. He is not what Ten Hag wants in that area. The difference is now we've got a keeper that evades the 8 position with his passing, which is fine. But then it alleviates what Casemiro had to do last season. He's still holding the same positions. Just watch football with your own eyes and get your agenda in the bin, bro.
It's not an agenda, bro. Everything you just said, everything you just said. No, hold on. Everything you just said falls back to what I am saying. The Eriksen rule that was being done. Hold on. The Eriksen rule that was being done last season no longer exists. There's no more Eriksen role in that. You're explaining why there's no Eriksen role. I get that. Because you're saying now that we have a ball playing goalkeeper.
No, I'm explaining that Casemiro's situation hasn't changed in terms of
yeah,
how
but
he
doesn't have the ball progression next to him like he did last season. That's what I'm trying to explain. So his role changed because of who's next to him. Maybe you're trying to explain
his role has not changed.
Boys, I'm going to jump in for a second here. I understand what you're both saying, but for me, I look at the manager. So let's say you've changed the role, and 2 games in, you're noticing that your DM's being exposed. And listen, I don't think, unless you have a DM who is electric, say, or maybe at Kante's level, and even then, maybe not. I think if you put Rodri or Partey in the same position that Casemiro is in, there's a few tackles, they're a bit faster than him. So maybe they get to 1 or 2 more of these balls than he does. But if you expose any of them in the way he's been exposed, he's going to get run all over. This is on the manager to say, right, I want Mount in this position, or Eriksen, whoever's playing in that other midfield role. But one of our fullbacks has got to step into the middle, or a centre-back has got to come up higher and a fullback sit lower. Whatever way around, you've got to do it. He is standing there, and in the second half it happened. He's looking around, and he's got 2 or 3 men to pick up. What's Casemiro meant to do? I do believe we're throwing him under the bus. We are here focusing on the symptom of the problem, and you could put in any DM in the world you want, and if we keep exposing him one-on-one, he'll keep getting exposed. Same as Man United. We always do this as Man United fans. We have a problem, and we always take it out on one individual player. If we get rid of Bruno, we'll be better. We used to say that about Pogba. If you get rid of, I remember way back when some of you were probably still like suckling on your mum. I'm talking to the viewers here. If we sell Fellaini, watch us improve. None of that ever works because it isn't just one thing ever. And there's elements of our team that can look good, but it's things like this. And some of it's the manager, some of it's the players. Rashford is one of the best left-sided attackers in the world. Stop playing him as a 9.
Yep.
Mason Mount can't play CM. So move him into his right position or don't. Man United for the last 10 years have infuriated me. We put too many round pegs into square holes and vice versa all the goddamn time. Buy someone and play them in the position they're meant to be in. And Rashford's a prime example, one of the best in the world on the left. Now you're playing him as a 9, which we know he can't do. It is crazy, absolutely crazy to me to do it, you know. And look, I get where you're both coming from.